Y'all are supposed to protect us.
You cannot protect what you cannot correct, right?
I'm finna head to work, but I done told y'all about this guy before. Instead of you responding with a heart of compassion to say, hey, I understand what you're saying, but we're not obligated to protect all black women. Like, there's certain black women that we don't feel the need to protect. You didn't come out and say that. What you said was, you cannot protect what don't want to be corrected.
Maybe the guy should have responded differently, right? From what I'm from what I'm seeing. This is from what I'm seeing. You know, you're critiquing him on how he's responding to what his sister is saying. And on top of that, the sister is saying that black men don't protect black women, right? And we hear this a lot, right? A lot of sisters say black men don't protect black women. But it's like, it's like these are the same women who push, we don't need a man. We are independent, right? A lot of sisters are saying, man, we don't need you niggas. We don't need you, man. We don't need you. Like, and it's like, okay, right? Because a lot of sisters are saying, well, we're more educated now. We got better jobs than you all. We get paid more than you all, right? We hear this from a lot of sisters. Right? We hear this from a lot of sisters. They're encouraging, right? They're encouraging being an independent woman, having a feminist mindset, being an independent woman, being a woman, man, who don't need a man. I'm not even necessarily going to say independent, but a woman who's sweeping out, they don't need a man. Oh, well, I got all the money. I'm this, I'm that. That's a feminist mindset, right? And I know he has an issue with a lot of men saying majority of women this, majority of women that. Well, majority of women wants to be hoes. Well, majority of women don't want to follow and this and that. But once again, right, I say majority of women, mainly your sisters, 90% of them have a feminist mindset and don't even know it, right? Since he has an issue with that. And let's address that, right? A lot of your women, I mean, he sits up here, all right, not just him, but you have a lot of people who say, why do you focus on, your single mothers, your women, man, who, who sleep around or whatnot? Okay, that's a fair point, right? Let's move these women to the side, right? Let's move these women to the side. We have these women over here, right? Your modest women, your women who dress proper, your woman, man, who wants a certain level of respect, right? And in my opinion, they deserve that, right? Because they're modest, they carry themselves a certain way. But these same women will defend and have the same ideologies as these women over here who sleep around with tons of freaking men and have kids with tons of different men, right? But when you ask these women, hey, do you want to be independent? A lot of you women will say up and down, yes, I am independent. I got my own job. I got this, I got that, right? And that's the issue. That's somebody like myself. That's somebody like, people who are into this content, into this black male sphere or whatnot. They talk about shit like that because this is something that needs to be talked about, right? We bring that up, man. So like I said, let's move single mothers and let's move women who sleep around to the side. Let's move them to the side. Look at the modest ones, right? They still have a feminist mindset, and that's all we are talking about, right? You have a sister who's saying, black men, y'all supposed to be protecting us, and the brother's sitting over here saying, well, you can't protect somebody, you can't protect something that don't want to be protected, you can't protect something that don't want to be led. Right? That's what he's saying. And there's nothing wrong with that. Majority of women this, majority of women that. Well, I mean, you think about it, you have Amber Rose created a slut walk, right? Women encourage that stuff. But when we point it out, it becomes an issue. Well, why are you so focused on them? You need to focus on yourself. Isn't that cool, right? When you have your single mothers, look in the black community, they encourage that crap. They encourage women having kids, right? Because this is where I can take care of my kids. I can do this all by myself. Prime example, this video.
Not the one for you. Right. But what's your end goals? Like, what do y'all want to be? Do you guys want to be somebody's wife? What do you want to be?
Yeah, see, we talk about that all the time on the show. Sometimes I don't really know if I necessarily want to get married.
You want to have kids?
I do want to have kids, but I'm not sure if I want to get married.
So this is my question.
Okay.
Why do you want to have kids?
Hell no! She always say she don't want to have kids.
We gonna drink.
I got too much shit to do.
But why? Okay, so you don't want to have kids. So, okay, you a different story. But you,
Okay.
you want to have kids, but you don't know if you want to get married. So that means that you already gonna be. You're planning to already bring this child into and have a deficit in their life, right?
I mean, I feel like if I find the right person, we could get married. Sometimes I don't really have a lot of faith in
But do you have to
these
find the
niggas.
right person to have the baby?
I do think I have to find the right person to have a kid, but I also feel like I'm in a position where I'm doing things for my own, so I would completely be okay with having to take on that responsibility by myself as far as financial shit go, if I have to.
I don't think that's okay.
I don't think it's okay neither, but I feel like it's the reality of like the generation that we live in, because I just feel like that's how most of these niggas are. I do.
No, those are the niggas that you going after. You got to find somebody that's going to.
But I don't really be going after nobody. It be the people that be coming after me. I don't go.
And some will say, oh, well, that's just one video. Well, cool, right? That's just one video, right? Understand this is a mindset of a lot of women. As long as I make money, I can do as I please. I can have as many kids as I want. I can take care of them, right? It doesn't make no sense. We need to be together as a man and a woman. A woman needs to know her role, and a man needs to know his role. Point blank, period, right? But since feminism started, right? See, first wave feminism, 1840s, fine. Even men were backing that up. But then as you get the second wave, as you get the third wave, women became more distant. Black women in 1960s, black women adopted feminism. They adopted sex liberation, right? So now, oh well, I want to be able to sleep around just like other men, right? Men don't want to date no women who is promiscuous, right? But you get upset when somebody's saying something and saying, hey man, listen, we don't want no promiscuous women. Well, why are you talking about them so much? Because you sitting up here, you got a whole movement called the slut walk. A bunch of women sitting over here saying, well, I don't want to be, hey, I want to encourage a whole behavior. Hey, and I'm just saying, man, listen, right? As a man and a woman, we gotta get on the same page. But you sitting up here trying to excuse women bad behavior. You excusing women hypocrisy, sisters hypocrisy. Oh well, we need more men protecting us, but yet you then turn around and say we don't need men. You want men to protect you, but then again, you don't need men. So you just can't pick and choose. You just can't sit over here. They only want you to serve them when it benefits them. Oh, well, hey, they over here want me to have correction. They want me to do something that I might not like. No, I'm not going to do that. But hey, guess what? They need me to do something that I would like. I don't want, yeah, fine. I will do that. And you can't do that. You just can't pick and choose when you want to listen and when you don't want to listen. It doesn't work that way. You can't pick and choose when you want to be led and when you don't want to be led. It's if you're dealing with a man, it's either you want to be led or you don't.